Good morning, St. Andrew's Youth Ministry family. Happy Friday. You've made it. You've got one day to go till the weekend where you can celebrate getting through your first week of online classes and online school. So my question for you that I just want you to marinate on this morning is, how have you seen God move this week? Have you seen God move in your life this week? Have you God seen move in your family this week? If you can't think of something off the top of your head, I just ask that maybe this morning you pray and ask God to show you how God has been moving in your life this week. Even though things are difficult and different and strange, God has been moving, I promise. So just take some time this morning after this video and ask God how he's been moving and stirring in you this week. And I just want to end our week together with Psalm 51. Psalm 51 says this: "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love, according to your abundant mercy. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin." Then we're going to skip ahead to verse 12. Actually, we're going to skip ahead to verse 10. "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of my salvation, and uphold me with a willing spirit." Uphold me with a willing spirit. Family, Psalm 51 is a complicated text. And I'm taking a few verses slightly out of context. This is a time when David had just made one of the worst mistakes that anybody could ever make. Not only did he commit adultery, some would speculate rape, depending on how we classify that term, but then David, to cover up his own transgression, his own sin, his own mistake, sent Bathsheba's husband, the woman whom he slept with and did many mistakes with, sent her husband to the front of the line in war, pretty much essentially murdering him to cover up the fact that David got Bathsheba pregnant. And so this is a time where David is coming back to grips with his own sin and his own mistake and asking God for forgiveness and trying to come back to it. But for us, I just think at this time, as we end our first week in this strange and complicated world, that these verses, "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your steadfast love, according to your abundant mercy. Blot out my transgressions, wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin." And then verse 10, "Create in me a clean heart, Lord God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with a willing spirit." I don't know about you, family, but I need that this week. As we end the week, I need that. I need God's mercy. I need his steadfast love. I need God to blot out my sin, my doubt, my fear, everything I've been dealing with this week, my anxiety, and whatever it is for you that you've been dealing with this week, whatever it is, give it up. Give it up to Jesus. Like your fear, your anxiety, your frustration with your siblings, your frustration with your parents, your frustration with your students, like whatever it is, give it up to God and let God in. But then, as I end the week, I know I need this. God, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. I need God to do that in me today as we move on to the weekend. I need God to create in me a clean heart, a new spirit within me, and that in light of that, cast me not away from your presence. Take not your Holy Spirit from me. I need more of God's Spirit in this week, in this month, in this season that we find ourselves. I need more and more and more of that Spirit. So God, give me more of that Spirit. Give our students more of that Spirit in this season that we find ourselves in. And this week's been heavy. This week's been hard. It's been a long week of 2020. Hasn't it, students? Hasn't it, family? And so, I'm not going to lie. I need verse 12, 51:12. "Restore to me the joy of your salvation." Restore to me the joy of your salvation, the joy of following Jesus, the joy of knowing you, the joy of going deeper with you. That's what I need in this season, what we all need in this season to survive what is getting thrown at us constantly. And uphold me with a willing spirit. God, that's just how we end the week. Create in me a clean heart. Have mercy on me according to your steadfast love. Restore to me the joy of your salvation. Do not take away the Holy Spirit from me. God, give me more of the Spirit, more of your salvation, more of you. Create in me a clean heart, oh God. It's our prayer as we end the week. Have a great weekend, family. I'll catch you on Sunday.